Good morning. I'm Rabbi Sarah Brandis from Awakened Body, and welcome to day 14, the beginning of the third week of our spring seasonal cleanse. Awakened Body seasonal cleanses are 40-day journeys of transformation and rebirth. If this is the first you're hearing of this, then you can read more at awakenedbody.org. Our summer cleanse begins on June 21st. The metaphor that guides us in our spring cleanse is that of a seed. You know, a seed, when it's planted deep in the earth, it has to cease to be entirely what it was before it can blossom into something new. And that's what we're here to do on our seasonal cleanses. This spring cleanse, when we're inspired by the blossoming that's bursting forth all around us in the natural world, it gives us the space to look deep within and to ask what's blossoming inside of us. So this is your orientation guidance to week 3. And I'll put a link following this video to our basic practice video that I hope that you'll continue with your morning practice, to wake up in gratitude, to give yourself at least 5 minutes to settle in quiet contemplation, bringing the fullness of the attention to that feeling of being breathed, filled by source of life, which becomes your own particular soul, followed by a body scan, and ending with our cleanse, release, breathing. So in the process of counting the Omer, which is happening on the Jewish spiritual calendar right now, we are beginning right now the week of Tiferet. Tiferet is the space of the heart center. It's the fulcrum point. In the general Jewish tradition, our prayer tradition, when we address the Creator, we are speaking to this face of the Creator. Tiferet is called HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Blessed Holy One. And in us, it's our heart center. It's the fulcrum point where all of that unconditional love from week 1 chesed pours in. And it's balanced by that posture of boundary setting, of limitations, that holy divine no, which is the capacity for the creation of vessels, for directing, for setting intention. There's so much power in our no. So Tiferet is the place where this radical unconditional yes interacts with the power of the limitations of no, and it finds balance. The word Tiferet in Hebrew means beauty. It is the radiant beauty of the golden mean, the middle path. And that is where we want to be waking up into, settling into as we set off on week 3. If you are using the Clean program for your eating practices on your cleanse, then this week, the second week of your 21 days, this is when really things begin to open up. You might still be wrestling with some food cravings, and that's okay. But hopefully by now you're settling into a rhythm. The burdens of cooking are a little bit less overwhelming. You've begun to get a sense that really you can have deep fullness, even eating a liquid meal morning and night, and just making the centerpiece of your day a nutritious, mindful, cooked meal at lunchtime. And so this is really when the good stuff begins, when you begin to have a feeling of lightness, some of the new sources of energy that we have made space for once we move our addictions out of the way, our dependency on substances like caffeine for artificial forms of alertness. So good stuff in store there. Spiritually, this is when we are becoming the seed that is breaking apart. We've been doing the hard work of just arriving, accepting ourselves from a place of unconditional love, beginning to set some good boundaries for ourselves. And now we are the seed planted deep in the earth, and we're ready to just begin to break apart. We're ready to allow ourselves to become one with the soil, one with the moment to moment of our lives that's arising for us. To just say, this is where I am. This is my life as it is, and I'm ready to come into deep contact with it. I'm ready to integrate that holy yes with my powerful no. Last week in our week of Gvura, of Din, as we practiced setting boundaries, as we practiced saying no, we come to know ourselves by leaning into our boundaries. By saying no, we find the power, we locate our I. Tiferet is that holy I. It is the place from which I know myself. It is the upper ego. We'll work more in the later days of our cleanse on some of our lower postures of ego that we meet in Netzach and in Hod. Tiferet is this place, it's our holy ego. It is the part of us that is meant to serve us as our vessel, intact as we walk through the world. So that is what we are blossoming into this week of Tiferet. I want to encourage you to really embrace your release practices. Be sure that you want to be sweating every day. You want to be doing deep release that comes in hearty laughter or in shedding real tears or in orgasm every day. You want to be using your daily shower as a chance to just shed. You want to be brushing teeth and scraping any coating that's coming on the tongue from your food cleanse. If you're intensively cleansing, you just want to be shedding without any sense of fear, knowing that the more of the old that you let go of, the more space you are making for the new. This is our week of breaking apart. This is our week of being a seed that is becoming one again with the earth. Or we can also use the metaphor of a caterpillar. We've now built our chrysalis and we are turning into that soupy cellular muck from which a butterfly eventually bursts forth. Go with it. Lean into your release. Commit to your daily intentions. Commit to tracking your progress every day. Commit to your daily release. And in that way, goodness is to come. I hope now that you'll transition to our daily practice video, and I will see you there for 10 minutes of meditation, body scan, and deep release. Blessings on your way.